Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be showing you an absolutely insane Warlock build. Now this is good for any activity and you can even mix and match the supers depending on how you sort of play and different activities you are doing. I think this is probably the most well-rounded build you can possibly get without having to use certain sort of supers. But if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, drop a like on today's video. Let's try and get 100 likes for this Warlock build, and if you want more in the future, let me know down below. But with that said, let's jump straight into it. So for the super, we are going to be using Well of Radiance. Now this is crucial in pretty much most endgame activities because you are going to need to kill bosses, and the well just keeps you alive from the ads. And I feel like most Warlocks run this, especially when doing some hard content, so we are basing it around it. But you can swap and choose supers. To be honest, it's not one of them builds where you have to use this. It is very versatile. Next we have the Healing Rift, Burst Glide, Incinerator Snap, Solar Grenade. Aspects we are running Touch of Flame, Helion. Activate your subclass ability to summon a solar mortar that lobs flaming projectiles at distant targets. So pretty much when we get as Rift, we can obviously just use it and get that mortar. But for our fragments, we're using Ember of Searing, Ember of Wonder, Ember of Char, and Ember of Benevolence. Now, I have got this Resilience one on just for 100 Resilience, but you guys can pick something else that is going to help you, like this one, Resolve. Any of that will work. Now, stats-wise, I would recommend for this build 100 Resilience, 100 Recovery, and obviously Discipline if you guys can. Intellect, not so much, because the well is one of them supers where you're only going to use it once. You don't really want to be popping it on ad clear, so it's not that crucial in today's build. But for the artifact mods, this is where it gets really interesting. Depending on sort of what guns you are running, I've sort of done this build so you guys can run arc weapons to get obviously bolt charges, volatile to get these void weapons with the volatile rams and weaken, and also we have got the, I believe, yeah, strand ones. So you can pretty much use any weapons in this build. Obviously you can mix and match depending on how you guys are going to run it, but for me the only one that really matters so much is Limit Break. Casting a super while you're critically wounded or have an elemental buff matching your super element grants a period increased super damage. Now this is where it gets interesting, guys, because when you pop the well and you have one of these buffs, it's going to give you some serious damage output from that well. Quick interruption from today's sponsor, Blazing Boost. If you guys are struggling to get anything Destiny 2 related, this is a place to check out. They offer a wide range of Sherpa services which will not get your account banned. I will leave a link in the description so you guys can check them out. As you can see, what you will get when ordering is all in the description. And if you guys go to checkout, use ASHITBB5 at checkout for a 5% discount. And they do have over 36,000 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. Now, weapon-wise, what I've found to be good is the Loader Wolves. This thing absolutely shreds enemies. I haven't even got the catalyst fully done yet, but trust me, put this on and you guys will see how good it is. But like I said, this weapon, it is very versatile. You can use a void, you can use an arc, anything you guys want to use, it's going to work in this build, and I'll show you why right now. So moving on to the armor, what I find really good is recovery mod and double heavy ammo finder, just so we can get our heavy back super quickly. Then for the arms, what we do have is a resilience, momentum transfer, impact induction, and focusing strike. And then what makes the build the exotic, we have the Sanguine Alchemy. And pretty much, as you can see, while standing in any rift, damaging a target will mark it. You deal extra damage to marked targets and gain additional bonus damage with weapons that have a damage type matching your equipped super. Weapon final blows while standing in any rift pause the rift's countdown, extending its duration. So this exotic is very versatile. You can run it with a void, an arc. Like I said, you can change it up if you guys want to run them sort of builds that we've been seeing throughout the season, or if you want your standard well like myself, you guys can run it. You just need to make sure you're running a solar weapon and a solar heavy if you guys can, or a void if you're using void. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, It's super good for dealing damage and keeping you alive. Then for the next one, we have a recovery mod, kinetic weapon surge and solar weapon surge. This is basically just so we can deal more damage depending on what weapon we are using with obviously this build. And then finally for the bond, we have a recovery mod, intellect, outreach, powerful attraction and reaper on today's build. But let me know how you guys find it. What I'm going to do now is leave you some gameplay of some high-end activities so you guys can see how good it really is. But as always, leave a like, subscribe. I'll leave the dim in the description so you guys can just click on it and make this build. And as always, I will catch you in the next one.